so let's begin with a clean moisturized face. And now let's take a white concealer. I'm using this white concealer from Morphe brushes, and we're going to be applying it all over our face, down to our neck and our ears. And here I'm using a F60 brush by Sigma, which is just a foundation brush. I felt that the first layer was a little chalky and not as white and bright. So the second layer I applied it with a F84, which is basically an angle kabuki brush, and it just gave me more of an airbrush finish, so I love the results. To set that concealer, I'm using MAC Mineralized Skin finish. It's actually a highlighter in the color Lighscape because I wanted to have that glossy dewiness effect that Porcelain dolls have. With a black eyeshadow, now we're going to move on to contour. As you can see, I am going around my hairline, my temples, my cheekbones, any area that you would normally contour with bronzer. We're going to be contouring with black. Make sure that you use very little product at a time because it is super difficult to blend black eyeshadow. Even though we don't need it to be super blended, you don't want it to be too messy either. So just make sure that you use little products at a time. And just here I am contouring my nose with the same black eyeshadow. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the brows. I'm using Deep Brow by Anastasia. I decided not to cover up my brows, so I'm using the same natural shape of my brow, but I'm trying to make them a little bit more round so they could be a little bit more doll-like, especially at the beginning. And the arch, I tried to make it a little bit more round than normal. Now I'm just using NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk, and I'm placing it all over the lid to serve as a base. And then also I line it right below my waterline and on my waterline to give the appearance of larger eyes. And now I'm setting everything with some translucent powder, but the bottom part I'm actually going to be setting it with some white eyeshadow. On the lids, I'm going to be applying this cream yellowish color. And as you can see, I'm applying it in a tapping motion to get the best color payoff from this shadow. On the crease, I'm mixing those two colors to give me a nice peachy color. And I'm just applying it in a windshield swiper motion like you would normally do with any transitional shade. But we're making sure that we apply it a couple of times to make it really bright and intense. And I'm also taking it down right below my lower lash line. Okay, just apply a couple of coats of your favorite mascara to your top and bottom lashes. But I actually went ahead of myself and apply the mascara before the liner, which I do not recommend because it's a lot harder to apply the liner afterwards. But I'm using NYC Liquid Liner in black, and I'm lining my eyes as usual on the top part. And then for the bottom part of my eyes, I am lining right outside that white marker or that white liner that we previously applied, just to give the appearance of larger eyes and more doll-like. At the end, make sure that you make the edges a little round. And then now I'm going to be applying these lashes by Allure. They are super dramatic, so I thought they were perfect for this look. My bottom lashes, I'm using these super natural looking lashes that I have from Kiss, and I'm going to be applying them upside down right where I line with the black liquid liner. And then now I'm just pushing them up a little bit to make them look more natural. And here I'm going to be using 2 pieces of tape to create 2 puppet lines next to the mouth. And I don't have a steady hand for straight lines, so that's the reason why I use the tape, and I can tell you that it worked wonders. I really love the results. So I'm just applying 2 pieces of tape, leaving a tiny little line in between, and with Inglot Gel Liquid Liner in black, which is the number 77, and a small angle brush, I'm going to be lining here, and then I'll go ahead and remove the tape, and it gives me a pretty precise straight line. So I really love the results. Right now I'm going around the edges with the same white concealer and this concealer brush from Morphe, just to return the white intensity in any areas where I lost it. And I'm going to be drawing these two dots right here to give it a more dull effect or puppet effect. And now I'm taking a peach blush and I'm just applying it on the apples of my cheeks and mixing it with the contour that we previously did. Now that our doll makeup is complete, we're going to begin cracking our doll. I'm using the same gel liner that I was using before, and I'm going to be creating a few cracks. To do this, just think about glass. When glass breaks, it creates sort of like straight wiggly lines, if that makes any sense. And you just gotta connect them, and if you want, like I did there, connect those lines and make like black spots, just to give the illusion of like a hole. It's really hard to explain, but just see what I'm doing, and hopefully it's not so difficult to follow. Go back to the black areas that you filled in a couple of times, just so they can look more black and intense, and it can have a little bit more dimension here. I went back in with the NYC Liquid liner just because it's a little bit more black than this gel liner, and it just added more definition to it. So I decided to crack my neck as well, and this is how I'm doing it, just very simple. And I am going back again to the black holes and just intensifying them one more time. I actually did this like 3 times. So now I'm taking the white concealer, and I left a couple of holes blank so it could be a little bit more like, so you can see a contrast in between the two, and again to add more definition. So I'm just filling those in with the white concealer. Now with the shade Fawn from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, I'm going to be shading some areas. I basically just chose one side to shade it. Just like whenever you think about highlighting a contour, I wanted one side to look a little bit more deep, less defined, and then one side to look a little bit more bright. So just to add more of a 3D effect, more definition. So just choose one side and shade some of those areas from that one side. Now for the lips, I wanted to create smaller, shorter lips. So I'm lining my lips first with this peachy lip liner from NYX. I will leave the name in the description box, I cannot remember it. And then I'm going over it with Rouge Artist Natural, I think it's the name, from Makeup Forever. It's just a peachy nude, which is gorgeous and perfect for this doll. And that is the face makeup. Now I just added some extensions. I am wearing the regular Bellamy's extensions, which I had from a very long time ago, and I just added some flowers that I got from the 99-cent store to my hair. And this is optional, obviously. It's a doll, so you could do whatever you want with it. And that is the finished result. I really hope you guys like it. Here I'm just trying to be a little creepy. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and like it. If you do, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if possible, share with your friends too. Thank you so much for watching once again, and a million kisses. Bye bye.